The lies are outrageous. And on the topic of this Supreme Court nominee, we haven't seen anything yet. You think there's no way to attack a very qualified, well-spoken judge, mother of 7, 2 adopted from Haiti, takes her faith very seriously? Oh, there is. Newsweek publishes a completely false story. Completely false. 100% BS. Here's the headline. How Amy Coney Barrett's People of Praise group inspired The Handmaid's Tale. That's the whole story. Amy Coney Barrett is part of this charismatic Catholic group called People of Praise, and that group inspired The Handmaid's Tale, right? Except it didn't. So they still have the story up. They changed the headline, obviously. Still have the story up, though. Correction. This article's headline originally stated that People of Praise inspired The Handmaid's Tale. The book's author, Margaret Atwood, has never specifically mentioned the group as being the inspiration for her work. A New Yorker profile of the author from 2017 mentions a newspaper clipping as part of her research for the book of a different charismatic Catholic group, People of Hope. Newsweek regrets the error. Correction. Margaret Atwood never said that this was true, and actually then we've got evidence that we know it's not true, but we're going to keep the article up anyway. That's all you're going to see until the election now, which is fine by me because there are still people in this country, believe it or not, who don't pay a ton of attention to politics. They just live their lives. They do normal things. They go to work. They may occasionally watch a movie or something and spend time with their family. And they're going to see for the next month and a half, however long it is, abject lies, the public destruction of a very nice-looking, smart, articulate, qualified mother of 7, based on pure lies, based on nothing. That's what they're going to see. And those people who maybe they call themselves undecided, independent, moderate, how do you think that's going to push them in the presidential election? Another great mark for Amy Coney Barrett, Mike Lee, who was also up for the Supreme Court, is Senator Mike Lee from Utah. I thought he'd be a great candidate for the court. I thought Ted Cruz would be a great candidate for the court. I've been pushing for one of those guys, great constitutional lawyers, very clear on their thinking on the law. Thought they'd be great on the court because we would know where they stand because they've got this huge public record in politics. And I think it's silly to try to pretend that judges should never have anything to do with politics at any point in their career. You know, for much of this country's history, most of this country's history, sometimes people would go to the courts, then they'd go run for office, and maybe they come back to the courts. You had a president who was a Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, William Howard Taft. You had all these guys, and then all of a sudden, the last few decades, no, the court, you have to be on the court for life. It's like the Pope, you know, you're not supposed to be able to resign the papacy. You're supposed to, on your deathbed, be still talking about the Supreme Court. I don't think that's necessary. I don't even think that's good. And so I was pushing for the senators. I hope you enjoyed that short segment from the Michael Knowles Show. Be sure to check out the full episode linked in the description or download the podcast wherever you listen to podcasts.